Hi, this is Ray Giles, and we're working with Advanced Microsoft Word today to learn how to create a simple mail merge with connection to a data source. Now, how are data sources used with Microsoft Word? Well, basically what you could do is create a document. In this case, I have a letter that we created, and what we're going to do is create multiple recipients for this document. First thing I'm going to do is go over to click on the Mailings tab. Over here you will see the Mailings tab, and you'll have a Start Mail Merge. Envelopes and labels can also be created. In this case, we're going to select Letter. You're also going to select Recipients. Now you're able to type a new list, in which case if you want to have your own names and addresses that you're going to enter, Word will give you that ability to do this. It will also allow you to connect to an existing list, which is what we're going to do right now. So I've pre-selected some data that we have for this document, and you'll see here our Microsoft Access database has many tables. Let's take a moment to explore how this works with Microsoft Access. Now, what we're looking at are a bunch of tables, and in this case our customer has asked us to use the student general info. Your customer will also be telling you what data is located in what table if they do give you this information. Let's take a look at that. We're able to edit the recipient list once we've connected to that data source. By clicking on Edit Recipient List, you'll be able to note the data that's inside your table. As I scroll across, you're able to note the address, and we're looking for the zip code, first name, last name, basic information that we'll use to populate our address. Okay, so with that set, what I'm going to do now is actually take the area I've designated for the recipient's name, address, and city and state and zip. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Now I'm going to connect to the address block, and I'm going to make a click. Now my address block may or may not show me all the data that I need to use in that table. If I don't see all the data that I'm using in that table, what I'm going to do is click Match Fields. Let's take a moment to click that and take a look at the fields that are in our table. Now we're looking at matching the fields for our required address book with the table data fields that are there. So let me click the last name and go ahead and look for address, home address. I can also see I have a city, state, and zip. I'm going to take away the unique identifier. If you see this, you may want this not matched so you don't get a data review error. There's also a bunch of other optional information that you can connect to and use. In this case, I'm going to just use what we have here, and you can clearly see Jessica Dickens, 182 Willow Place. And we see our streets are now listed in our address block. Okay, so once you do that, you're able to present and preview the results. And sure enough, what we have here are a list of our information. Now, you'll also note at the bottom, I had a greeting line that I connected. That's easily able to do by clicking the greeting line, and what you're able to do is get information in that list if you so choose to create a introduction. So that wraps it up for this particular part of the exercise. The only additional feature you need to know about now is to finish your merge. And you can either select individual documents, print documents, or send to email messages, whichever you choose. In this case, I would go to print, and I'm going to send it to an electronic document writer so we can examine that when we're done. Why don't you try this on your own and see if you too can create the mail merge and get this done. You'll see here it's printed out and you can view it afterwards. We'll explore ways to work with advanced Word techniques for envelopes and mailing labels in a future exercise.